Hello, lovely listeners. It is Pat here. Just jumping in to let you guys know we did really want to apologise because we've had a few microphone issues in this ep. It's such a great interview. We absolutely loved recording it. So I really hope you guys stick through it. And we will not be having this moving forward because we've got some new microphones on the way and technology will be on our side. But hope you enjoy.
I'm Elle.
And I'm Pat, and we are Paddock 43.
And this is your F1 fix.
Ooh, we are somewhere different today, and it's very exciting. And it's not just Elle and I today. We have a very exciting guest. Hi. Say hello. Nutritionist Amy Lee Active. And if that name sounds familiar, it's probably because you saw it around the McLaren garages last year because she, Miss Amy Lee Active, was cooking with the McLaren boys.
Yeah.
The McLaren boys. Not just the McLaren boys, the entire McLaren team.
Yeah, well, actually, mainly Oscar Piastri because he has like a play on words, Piastri and pastry.
Yeah.
So we obviously had to use that in cooking.
Oh.
Like, it just makes sense.
I always say to Elle, I'm like, why does Piastri autocorrect to pastry?
Always. It happens all the time.
All time.
It's shocking.
Yeah, I can imagine. He says that. He says everyone makes a joke out of his name.
Oh, yeah. I like swear sometimes we just like chat to his mom and I'm like, oh, yeah, Nicole Pastry.
But
Sorry in advance.
so Elle and I are sharing a microphone today, so it's a little bit like...
Apologies about that, but we'll work it out.
But Amy, we like to start off with a warm-up lap.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, we ask our guests different things, but we want to know just a random fact about you or a random story.
Okay, a random story. Probably my favorite random story is when I thought I was making this really epic healthy recipe, which was like this ice cream recipe, a healthy, high protein ice cream made out of vegetable. And I used a sweet potato and then I dipped it in chocolate and it actually tastes really good. And it's
That sounds amazing.
yeah, but I got like completely roasted online and it was very viral and everyone really wanted Gordon Ramsay to roast me because he does like these roastings on TikTok and they're usually very of like really crazy recipes. And so, yeah, he ended up roasting me, but it ended up being like a career highlight. Like it was the best thing that ever happened to me because basically he roasted me and then I got all this attention and then it led to like all these sales and like subscribers. So it was amazing. You'd think it would have the opposite effect.
I was going to say, so the moral of the story there is
All
publicity is good publicity. Or
Yes,
and
I was going to say.
sometimes.
Yes, hate's good.
We had that being females and listeners have heard us talk about it before. But anytime someone hates on us, we get a good amount of friction.
We do.
Go ahead. Hey. But we're not trying that today. So we're going to make the pastry. What do we call it?
So we made a few recipes, but decided to pick the easiest one today because it's like, super portable as well. So it's like convenient protein snack for you guys to carry around. But it's Oscar Piastri's protein pit stop balls.
Ooh. So it's healthy as well.
Yes, of course, everything's healthy.
Yeah. Perfect for drivers. Drivers like to be healthy.
Absolutely. When you're an athlete, you really have to fuel up properly. And this has 10 grams of protein per ball. So, and it's full of healthy fats, carbs, so lots of energy.
Sounds right up my alley because I'm on my protein bandwagon as Pat used at the moment.
Yes.
Yes.
I was saying, so we've arrived. I can see Amy's book behind me. And I was like, Amy, I need you in my life because...
I don't think you can see it.
Well, we'll bring it forward after. But I was like, I need you in my life because I love sugar and I need to find healthy ways to consume sugar. So,
yeah.
But Amy's got really great recipes, by the way, if you haven't discovered her socials yet. Oh, just easy hacks. Like, I'm loving the ones where you do like low-calorie breads or you did a smoothie recently. It was like a strawberry protein and it's kind of like a mousse consistency. I adapted that and I'm now enjoying it and make it like a mango wheat bar.
yes. And the shit's got me onto the wheat bar as well, yeah.
It's good. And you can eat
How high protein.
the whole thing. And people don't even know that it's only 140 calories.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because it's all about volume when you're dieting and, trying to be healthy, lose fat, all of that. So that's one of those good hacks.
And that's super important for athletes.
Absolutely. Protein. Protein is really
All
hard.
right, so let's get into making these amazing balls and see what Oscar's been eating.
Okay, so the first thing we do is we add some dried orange fruit or McLaren coloured fruit. So you can either use some apricot, you can use dried mango, you can use dried papaya, whatever you want. But today we're going to use some dried apricot, which is full of antioxidants.
But mine would have been good.
Yeah. It's hard to get.
Did you specifically like go for that color fruit because it was McLaren?
Yes, yeah. We were trying to make it McLaren themed. So, something, the color is papaya orange. Yeah. Or papaya. So, but kind of dried papaya is kind of hard to buy.
Yeah, I guess you
have to make
Australia, it's hard to buy.
I don't think you can even get it, but so we ended up getting dried apricot and mango, like a mix of both. Both are good, but apricot's like, quite affordable. And so we're in a cost of living crisis, so I thought we'd use apricots. It still tastes good. Feels. Yeah.
All right, so it smells delicious. I was like, Amy, what smells so good?
We haven't even made anything yet. So it's really easy. You just throw everything into a blender and make sure you have quite a powerful one. So I'm using this NutriBullet one today, but you can also use one of the smaller ones too. So we got this one here. Yes, it is a special one.
So I'm actually bring her a box because I'm not sure everyone will see that, but
One of the most exciting collaborations I've seen.
I mean, fast blender, fast car.
It makes sense.
Oh, makes sense.
It's a very exciting collaboration between NutriBullet and McLaren, where they teamed up and made the Ultra 1000. So they basically took their famous patented NutriBullet, portable NutriBullet, and then turned it into an Ultra 1000. That's what they call it.
Powerful McGinney.
Ultra 1200.
Ultra 1200.
Yes.
Because I actually didn't realise, so a lot of them have like different blades. So this one's just extra fast.
Well, NutriBullet makes the #1 portable personal blender in the world. So that means they do make those really convenient, single-use kind of blenders that you can bring, whereas other brands do like the bulk ones. So you can't really make it portable. But yeah, they're famous for the portability of it. So it's really convenient when you're going to the gym. You just throw the ingredients in there, go to the gym, and then just blend it on the go. Or the office or school or university.
Oh, wait, so you can...
So yeah, you can put the ingredients in there, and then they also make like different ones, like portable ones as well that blend in within. Yeah, actually, I have it here. I can show you.
Fascinating.
Here's one of their portable ones, so you can carry this anywhere, but you can also blend it at home first, and then just take this.
Yep.
Or this one, you can just blend on the go.
Amazing.
Sort of club. I'm going to lead this box because it's a little bit easier for the height of myself here. All right, let's get started. I don't know, so hungry, so I'm actually really excited.
Yes. So do you want to throw the dried fruit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I taste it? Tastes like dried apricot.
Weird ASMR there.
Wait, so a cup of dried apricot? Some form of powder?
Yes. So we add in a protein powder. You can either use a vegan plant-based one, or you can use a whey protein if you like. I actually personally prefer the taste of whey protein and the texture. I think it's better.
It's like creamier, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So that's actually what I'm going to use today.
Vanilla?
But you can easily, just use plain vanilla. Or you can use like a cinnamon flavoured one as well. That would work, I feel. Yeah. Probably not chocolate because the chocolate and apricot don't go.
So 1/3 of protein.
Yes.
Then we have
some rolled oats, which I've blended into oat flour.
Yep.
So you can also just put whole oats in if you want to have more texture in there, but I've blended them up to make it like smoother.
Nice. So half a cup.
And it helps with the energy.
I'm just moving the girls over it.
So we've got, this is a 1/3 cup, desiccated coconut.
Yes. So that's like the healthy fat part. That's the part that keeps you fuller for longer.
So I didn't realise, so that's quite healthy, desiccated coconut.
Yeah, it is. It has like a lot of omega-3 fats. And it has like a nice flavour too.
I love
You
coconut.
can also use almond meal as well if you're not allergic to nuts.
Yeah. Okay. And
And then this is like optional, but you can add a little bit of sweetener in there. So I'm using maple syrup today, but you can use like rice malt syrup or some honey. Yeah, agave is nice as well. I like maple syrup because I like the flavour. And it also comes in like a sugar-free version if you are looking to reduce the sugar further, which is actually what I'm using today. But yeah, maple syrup usually has like some vitamins and minerals in there and a nice caramel flavour.
yeah,
But I think
love maple syrup. Vanilla?
yes, and then we add a half a teaspoon of vanilla. So that's 1 teaspoon.
Okay. Well,
You're doing so well.
I'm doing so well. I was like, Amy, I'm not the cook in my family, so yeah. Is this?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
That was like half a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Do you want to, is it a full teaspoon?
No, it's half.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, wait. She said if you like vanilla, you could put 1 teaspoon.
Do you know as well, whenever I cook things, Peter, my husband, is always like, you need to stick to the quantities. You always put extra things. Like, extra isn't always good. Yeah, I'm like, girl, extra seasoning is always
More
good.
is less.
I always think extra seasoning.
Yeah.
I'm like that with oyster sauce.
More oyster sauce, the better.
Yeah, agreed. Oyster sauce.
Got to do a savoury recipe next.
Yes.
All right, we're blending now. Yeah, so we are blending. Actually, this one's actually quite quiet for a blender, so it's good. But yeah, you just turn it on. Yeah, so depending on your protein powder, it might be more or less absorbent. So sometimes if it doesn't clump together, then we add like a little bit of water or almond meal, and that will help it like clump and form all shapes. Yeah, we want it to clump so then you can like mold it into balls, and then we just blitz it again. So that's kind of what it looks like.
Walk us through your experience last year. What was your favourite part?
Yeah, I think, well, it was a very interesting experience because I hadn't really ever cooked anything with like a celebrity before. So we actually came hours earlier because they were obviously, you know, paid for like every single second that they were appearing. I think we had like exactly 40 minutes, including the time that it takes for them to travel from their hotel to the photo shoot venue. So I think the photo shoot venue took exactly 7 minutes. So 14 minutes was taken out of that 40 minutes. So we had to really run through everything so quickly. So we did many practice runs before Oscar actually arrived.
So you had 7 minutes with Oscar.
No, so it took 7 minutes for him to get from the hotel to the location, and then another 7 minutes for him to head back to the hotel. So
it was in between, so about 20 minutes.
Yeah, so like 14 minutes was taken out of the time that he was actually paid to like, you know, be there and do the cooking segment. Yeah, so like every minute is like accounted for when you're like working with a celebrity. So every minute counts. So we had to do all the run through and nothing could go wrong.
Wow.
So yeah.
I feel like you would have had to measure, like you measured the ingredients like 10 times.
We
like
made it so many times. And as usual, like with these things, everything's a bit last minute. So you're all just like rushing around, trying to think of the recipe, get it all approved by McLaren and everything. So, it was quite wild. It all went by very quickly. And it was really funny because we knew he was arriving, like on his way. Yeah. And there was like this nervous energy with all like the camera crew and videography crew because we were all just like waiting for Oscar to finally arrive after we'd been there practicing for hours. So it was like kind of funny. So yeah, this ice cream scoop's not very good. It's not you.
Maybe we leave the rolling to the expert.
Do you want to try? Maybe you can try using the good scoop and try. Yeah, I'll scoop it out for you.
I'm like a child.
Yeah, it's not you, seriously. I'll just certainly not you.
Just taste test this little
yes, feel free.
half ball that you've made. Yum.
Oh, good.
So how did you score this gig? Because I'm sure there's so many people, especially a lot of young females out there that want to work in F1 or in F1 team. They all have different niches. I mean, you've been cooking for a long time now on Instagram. It's not your typical, a few years ago it wouldn't be a typical partnership with an F1 team. So it was amazing to see them like tapping into these little different networks. How did it all come?
Yeah, no, I feel super lucky to be able to do that. I guess for years I've been posting and sharing, healthy recipes, people, like food that helps people live and eat better and perform better. That's what I'm all about, like posting really nutritious foods. And so I was also working with a protein company at the time who works with McLaren, and they put me forward for this collaboration, and that's how it actually went through. So I work with, other like-minded brands that support athletes and companies like McLaren, and that's sort of how you can get more into it. And I'm just passionate about health and fitness, and I think it's obvious.
Yeah, but it's so important in the sport space as well. Like obviously it goes hand in hand, nutrition with performance. So it makes complete sense.
It makes some great sense. And how was Oscar? What was he like?
Oh, he was so nice. He's Australian, like us, so super down to earth, and he was quite friendly on camera as well as off. And I feel like he makes some good jokes, which sometimes they can be like a bit awkward and shy, but he didn't come across that way at all. And I guess he's really young still. I think he's like in his early 20s. So yeah, but he was very confident, obviously used to this kind of like media and like cameras flashing in your face at every second of the day. So yeah, he was lovely, super lovely guy.
Did you like the balls?
Yeah, he did. He was eating them. Insert the footage here of him eating it when the camera was off. That was like the best part because obviously we ate it on camera and then he just like continued eating them when the camera stopped rolling and I was like, this is the best day of my life.
Wait, so how many balls?
How many balls?
Like how many? Because did you make them for the entire hospitality team? Or?
Oh yes, so this is just the day of the filming, which was like it was the day of Glamour on the Grid, which is the Formula One launch party. So I filmed right before because I didn't come until 10 p.m. because I was filming.
Yep.
So and then it was the following weekend. So I think 2 days after. So I just made them again.
And how many did you make?
I think I made like 60 or something, like heaps.
Yeah.
Heaps. Because there's like 40 to 60 garage crew.
Yep.
So you can imagine, but they'd all be eating quite a lot.
Yeah.
Because you're working all day.
Of course.
You're working all weekend.
Yeah.
Thinking a lot, because it's not just the driver doing all the work. It's like that massive team.
It's the whole team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge travelling circus, all those garages, so they do need lots of sustenance. I'm sure they like to see you coming.
Yes, and I saw an empty plate in Lando. No, Lando is the other McLaren driver, obviously, and I saw the empty plate of protein balls on his story, and he was like, I'm so sad that everyone ate all this before.
Oh, I love that for you. What a compliment.
I know. Yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, meeting Lando was awesome too, and he was like, I would say he was the same, like just affable, used to being in front of the media. So yeah, it's good to see that these, really quite reputable athletes are the same.
Just normal people in the end.
We love that. The balls, what's next? They're rolled.
Yes, they're rolled, perfectly rolled. So the next thing we can do is we can dip them in white chocolate, which is what we did in Oscar's video, and then we drizzled it with some orange chocolate for like decoration. But to like make it even healthier, we can use a bit less chocolate. So I thought I'd leave them there today and then just make some orange chocolate. So this is literally just white chocolate. You can also use sugar-free chocolate as well, mixed with some turmeric for that colour.
Yummy.
Or you can put food colouring in there.
Does that change the flavour?
Yeah, well, it does have a little bit of turmeric flavour. But if you use a little bit, it's okay because it's like quite potent. So, like, I don't know if you've ever mixed turmeric with like liquid, but it like really dyes it yellow, like a tiny bit. Or if you've had a turmeric latte, it really dyes milk. So good for you. It's like anti-cancerous, high in antioxidants, all of that. So yeah, I've got some white chocolate, and then to make it even more liquidy as well, you can put some coconut oil in it, and then you just to decorate it, you just go like this.
So is this what you got Oscar to do as well? Yeah, so he did the decoration.
Oh, actually, no. We skipped to the end where I had pre-made all the balls already. So they were already like decorated and it was like we did it, but in reality it was me.
It's like...
It's all me. I'm joking.
Sorry, Amy, you've literally rolled all the balls. I'm just standing here. Do you find this therapeutic?
Oh my God, yes. They're like stress relieving.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Oh my God, they look so good. Hang on, I'll do a little close up for the camera.
Yes. Should I put them on the plate for aestheticness? I love your sound effect.
Me being the pig that I am, I'm like, we have more chocolate.
You could just dip it in there.
Yeah, we can dip it in. They look so good though. Ooh. Yeah. So lots of protein here. How much protein?
10 grams.
10 grams per ball?
Yeah, it's per ball.
Wow.
Yeah, they're really packed.
I feel like this is a great thing, like when you're running out to the gym, those in the morning.
School lunch boxes, because you can make it nut-free and gluten-free if you want to.
That's right, because you can't have nuts at school,
No, so I think some schools are really strict on gluten even.
Yeah.
And I don't eat gluten myself.
Oh, really?
No.
You don't eat gluten?
Yeah, no. No, I'm not gluten intolerant. It's just like a choice. Like I think gluten, I just feel better, makes you bloat, and like it can increase a bit of inflammation. In the body. So I still eat it sometimes. Like I'm pretty not as strict, but I just mainly avoid it most of the time.
Fair enough. So fair.
So you can use gluten-free rolled oats in this recipe, or you can even use more almond flour or gluten-free flour or more protein powder. So it's like really forgiving recipe. You can't mess up.
Yep.
Basically.
Should we try the pastry ball? No,
protein ball.
The piastri balls.
Oscar's pit stop protein balls.
I'll just go ahead.
Yes.
Yum.
Yeah. I always want a dessert. My dinner. This. Because I don't need to have ice cream.
And it's sweet with no sugar, which is like the best.
Yeah.
And you don't even realise it as well because it tastes like real sugar.
As you're talking about sugar, I'm like, yes.
Chocolate's good for you.
Yeah, it makes
In moderation. Yeah, it does. It's soul food.
Yes, it
In
is.
moderation.
And it's natural.
Amy, are you going to see you at the Grand Prix this year?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes?
Yes.
So you're on track and you'll be cooking or just enjoying?
Oh, you have to wait and see.
What's say? What's say? So exciting. We'll have to see what recipe comes out now. Yeah, very exciting.
Thank you so much.